in here and just get after it. I don't think it'll take that long to run those
Oh,
wires, get it ready, for inspection and all
not
that.
not
So,
running that last one. It shouldn't take us very long at all because it's like we said, it's going to be all new wires, so it should
yeah,
just go right real smooth.
yeah. So should go pretty good, and I think we should be able to get it up and running Monday afternoon, whenever you get down here. Because I was
Yep,
planning on
yep.
running. I was planning on running wire anyway. If you weren't going to be here, no matter what. So.
Well, our lady should be here about 11, so I should be able to be up there about noon.
Okay. Well, I'll be up here because I've got a meeting with some of the other folks. But anyway, so far
Okie
so good
dokie.
on the radio station. It's still going forward. We've had several listeners. I've looked at the status on the where we were at last year compared to this year. We're down a little bit, but I'm hoping to gain that back because we do have, and I just seen it from Adrian that he is working on Paracon 17.
Yep, I saw that too today.
So that means hopefully we'll start having line out and have some guests on our radio shows. It's going to be at the Old Fort Paracon this year, and have it like we did last year. Have them call in and talk to us, and we had a blast last year on that. So,
Oh, no doubt. That was fun.
hopefully I can get with Adrian and have him see if we can get people lined out to come back and rejoin us. And one's is local, hopefully they'll come down to the studios and share the mic with me. Hopefully by then I'll have another one. No, I'm still here. My computer is
Oh,
telling me something, and I'm
I
sitting
heard a
there.
click and I thought we
No,
lost you.
no. My computer is telling me it's going to shut down and restart, and I'm sitting there going, no.
Oh, don't do that.
Mhm.
Well, I'll go ahead and start by reading this thing that I pulled up about shadow people. It's actually it says it's the official Shadow People archives at shadowpeople.org. If anybody wants to go look at it, says, "What are shadow people? At first, they appear only out of the corner of your eyes, figuratively darting out of view when you turn to look straight at them, but are now gone. Did you really see them? Shaking the image out of your head, you assume that some it was some particular anomaly of your eyesight. However, the feeling still lingers that someone continues to watch you. Excuse me. For weeks or months, years, the fast, dark movements in your peripheral vision are dismissed until it finally happens without warning. You see the shadow directly in front of you, face to face, blacker than black, darker than dark, like a void that has punched a hole in the inky fabric of night itself. Sometimes it appears as the mere silhouette of a person, usually male, but generally lacking any other characteristics, oh, big word, of gender. However, in no way does the description end there. There are hatted, shadowy figures, hooded shadows, cloaked ones, and solid or wispy, smoky types. Some are seen only from the waist up, others clearly have legs that are seen fleeing from their observers. They dart into corners, through walls, and into closets, or behind television sets, bushes, and buildings. Sometimes they simply fade into the dark recesses of the night. Lacking in the description is one common denominator unifying the many different types of shadow people that enter our world, except that they are intensely dark. Even then, there are exceptions. What is their purpose? Well, one thing is for certain, the personalities and intentions of shadow people are just as varied as one of the 6 billion people populating this planet. While a number of witnesses believe that shadow people act as benevolent guardians, watching and guiding us, just as many witnesses have no doubt of the evil, soul-wrenching potential of these beings. Originally, I believed the shadow people to be ghosts, but the stories received, read, and compiled and uploaded are more convincing that shadows are a type of interdimensional beings from which ghost is only one subcategory. One can only hope that serious research into this paranormal or physiological genre will paint a clearer understanding of the nature and makeup of these dark and mysterious people. That day has not yet come. Until then, this site brings together hundreds of witnesses who took the time and energy to detail their experiences in order to help us develop some kind of consciousness about the very strange nature of shadow people. You are encouraged to shift and read through them to come to your own conclusion. They got a lot of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
They even got a discussion board. Go and look on it, see if people's been putting anything on it. I thought that was pretty cool. I'd never seen a site like that yet, even though I have searched. That's the first time I've seen it.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if this is just a short story about shadow people. I'm not really getting anything about what the difference between the two are. Starts out, what was that? You were sitting comfortably on your sofa reading the latest issue in the dim light with movement across the room. Something moving across the room caught your attention. It seemed dark and shadowy, but there was nothing there. You returned to your reading, and a moment later, there it was again. You looked up quickly this time and saw that fleeting but distinctly human shape of a shadow passing quickly over by the far wall and disappeared. What was that? Some natural shadow, your high attendant imagination, a ghost, or was it something that seems to be spreading phenomenon, apparition that are coming to be known as shadow people or shadow beings? Perhaps that is the old phenomenon with a new name that is now being discussed more openly in part of the internet. Well, I never thought about that. You might want to look that up. Shadow beings, not shadow people. See what they call
See if I can find something up on that
one. Or maybe it is a phenomenon that, for some reason, is manifesting with the great facility and intensifying now. Those who are experience and study that the shadow people phenomenon, it says that these entitles almost always used to be seen out of the corner of your eye and very briefly, but more and more people are beginning to see them straight on and for long periods of time. Some experience that they have ever seen eyes, usually red, and these shadows red on these shadow beings. The mysterious sites have become the hot topic of conversations in paranormal chat rooms, message boards, and websites, and it is given widespread attention on the paranormal talk radios. Hey. What are shadow people and where do they come from? Several theories have been offered. The explanation we get from skeptics and mainstream scientists, and who are usually people who have never experienced shadow people phenomenon, is that it's nothing more than our active human imaginations. It is our minds playing tricks on us. Our eyes seeing things in a fraction of a second that aren't really there. Illusions, real shadows cast by passing auto headlights or some similar explanation. And without a doubt, these explanations probably can occur from if not many, experiences. But the human eye and mind are easily fooled, but can they account for all cases? No. To call these entitled ghost demons or demands first of a definition of what we mean by ghost. See the article. Okay, that goes to a different deal. But by the almost any definition, shadow people are somewhat different than ghost phenomenon. Ghost apparitions are also always a mist white, vapor-like, or have a human shape from a form and appearance, very often with describable clothing. Shadow beings are much darker and more shadow-like in general, although the shadow people often do have human outlines or shapes because they are dark. The details of their appearances is lacking. This is in contrast to many ghost sightings, in which they witness can be described the ghost facial features, style of clothing, and details. The one detail most often noted in some shadow being sightings are their glowing red eyes. The dark contents and malevolent feeling that are often reported and associated with these creatures had led some researchers to that they may be demonic in nature. If they are demons, we have to wonder what their purpose or intent is in letting themselves be seen in the manner. What do you think?
Oh, cool. I like that one.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And what do you think? Big question.
Well, I know they're real, for one. That's just my opinion. But
everybody's seen the shadow on the corner of your eye. You see something move. Everybody's seen them, and a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people do not, say, oh, that was, that they can explain it, but you can't explain it, and they have a lot of people nowadays have seen straight on shadow people, Now the red eyes, I haven't heard anybody say they've seen the red eyes, but I've heard them say they've seen the yellow eyes. The yellow eyes is what I've been hearing them say, or green eyes, but I've never heard them say there was a red eyes. So that red eyes kind of throwing me off, a little bit.
I've seen red eyes, but it wasn't on shadow people. On shadow people, no, I haven't seen any type of eyes. Oh, well, I can't say
I haven't.
that.
I haven't seen the eyes of a shadow person, but I've read people saying the shadow people will have green eyes, shall have yellow eyes, I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about red eyes. Now, the red eyes would be a